To the Tshwane University of Technology on the impact of load shedding in the tourism sector. This is what he had to say.
The load shedding is happening during the holiday season and is very, very unfortunate because it will negatively impact on the services that we deliver to the tourists. And you know that tourism is a priority sector within our economy, and it's been the one sector that has actually shown resilience in terms of how it's been growing. So load shedding is anti-tourism, unfortunately.
So at the moment, there has been actually a problem with small businesses saying that they cannot really cope during this tough time. One can imagine how ordinary guest houses are going to be affected because they really depend on electricity for lighting and preparing food for the tourists and the like.
I would definitely want to agree with you that load shedding has a negative impact on how we deliver services, not just by the delivering of services, but also from a perspective of security, because you know South Africa's got a high crime rate, and when there is load shedding, the lights do not work. You find that electric fences are not working, and additionally, it becomes an additional cost burden on small businesses because they must put in generators and increase security, which might be human personnel. So it has a major cost impact on small businesses. And we must always remember, the vast majority of tourism businesses are SMMEs. So when we have got load shedding, it impacts on their ability to be profitable. It obviously also happens at the worst time of the year, when the holiday season has begun, which is quite unfortunate.
Well, when we look at how big hotels will cope with this, with one employing the notion of generators and the likes, for somebody who comes from abroad visiting this country, what impression would they have about a country which doesn't have electricity?
It damages the brand image of South Africa as a tourism destination, because international tourists are well traveled and they'll always choose destinations where there are only good news. So the load shedding once again creates bad news for Destination South Africa. We had a lot of bad press on the unabridged birth certificate. We had a lot of bad press on the issues of xenophobia, and load shedding once again compounds that brand image that we have as a country. Remember, the tourism industry is a highly competitive industry where almost all countries have jumped on the tourism bandwagon. So we have to protect our tourism destination. But again, in tourism, we always say one thing: if the cities and towns are great enough for the residents to stay there, the tourists will naturally come. So the question is, are the cities and towns good enough for the residents to stay there? And the answer is no, because of load shedding and obviously a continuum of problems such as crime and safety. So we have to fix South Africa to get the tourism industry to obviously reach its growth levels, of which we know it is highly possible of giving us double-digit growth rates.
We've been all around the country talking to real South Africans about saving money on their car insurance. Let's meet some of them.
My name is Pearl and I save 929 Rand a month with insurance. I'm an extremely busy person. I run a few businesses. When I need things done, I need it quickly. And that's exactly what